So evaluating a function. How do we evaluate a function? So when evaluating a function, we will simply replace the variable of a function by the value of its domain and computing for the results. So for example, we have a function f of x is equals to x squared plus 1. If the problem tells you to evaluate the function at x is equals to 1, then what you will gonna do is simply replace the values or these variables with this input or this value. So this becomes f of 1 is equals to 1 squared plus 1. Therefore, computing for the end result would be f of 1 is equals to 2. So this is the simplest definition of evaluating a function. But there will be times when the problem will give you more than one values or more than one input values from its domain. For example, evaluate this function again at, let's say, instead of being x, it will become something x is equals to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if the problem becomes something like this, what you will do is simply replace this variable with each corresponding value from this set of values. So after solving for this one, x is equals to 1, you will solve for x is equals to 2. So the function becomes f of 2 is equals to 2 squared plus 1. So this becomes equals to 5. This is the second value. And again, we will solve for 3. So f of 3 is equals to 3 squared plus 1. So this becomes 10. And for the last one, 4, just substitute these values into the function. This is equals to 17. So that's that. But keep in mind that it doesn't necessarily mean that you need numbers as input values when evaluating a function. You can also use expressions or mathematical expressions or even other variables when evaluating a function. So for example, the problem told you to evaluate the same function as given above. Evaluate, it tells you to evaluate the function f of x is equals to x squared plus 1 when x is equals to y plus, say, 3. It can also be like this. So when something like this comes up, what you should do is, going back to the basics, replace the values or this x with this corresponding input value. So the function becomes like this, y plus 3. So I replaced this x with y plus 3, and then this will be equals to x squared will then become y plus 3 squared plus 1. So what happens next is that we should compute for the end value or the result. Using FOIL method, y squared plus 6y plus 9 plus 1. So f y plus 3 is equals to y squared plus 6y plus 10. And this is how you evaluate functions. If there are any questions, you may comment down below and I will try to answer them one by one.